Hi, it's Dane, focused on a Focusrite. I have to do this like a bear the whole time. No, I got another fucking crazy fucking quantum fucking AI story to tell you about the US and stuff. A lot of it's to build attention, and I do straight propaganda, if you want to call it propaganda. I'm not going to accept no fake news source for one. I'm only going to do most of my city. And we've always wanted to go CTV news. It's always been friendly, and they know it's always been, I've always followed it for the last 10, 15, 17 years. You all know Kenneth there. AM, you want to get down, you want to come down to my basement? It's me from Obi. When I showed up to Ken and I was fat, I'm fit now, I'm ready. Oh yeah, lose Obi. He got popped with that Ruger already. No Freddy and shit. No, I'm Chucky. I'm Chucky, surviving that life and staying out of it where you get popped by a cop because you go out like a street, like a criminal and shit, and go out possessed and doing the weird shit. We carry that residue and shit. Going into the story where Calgary is the last city. Well, not the last city. You're trying to get upriver and shit, and it's the separate, whatever happened, guys like me are more almost like a dream in, where it's more like a dream, where they don't have the weight or any feeling, or any pressure or any gravity when you go up. As much, you know the dream world. Anyways, it's a big black sea, and and they got all these things, they got stuff coming in now over the years, guys like me and early, and they're hearing gunfire now, and there's different monsters after. They almost do a similar thing here, and they're not awake here. Those are the bar twits and shits, and keeping by the numbers they've played our music. It wasn't so close. We're counting, all the stuff I played. These are the champions. I'm the MPK hitter that they call me, the giant, stacking them up. It's over Drake now. It shouldn't, and in the future these guys take over. They're called the lesser ones or whatever. They have to, where you have to fill the shoes of the inventor. Dane and Too Short are just weighs far too much. A company can only do 80 or 90, like Doom. You want to bet, there's, even with the low guy, there's about a 20% chance they can win. It's off if it's really good though. So that's part of the game and shit. And Necros, they're at the back and shit, and they're gonna learn they don't ref guys, and that's also fairy tale. They're not there and shit. Well, they come here, it starts getting invaded. They don't have law like here. They have few guys like me where it's seen as way. The air is, I don't know if the air is fresher or lighter. It's lighter there, right? And the same old places in the cities, and they've been holding it up for years with these immortals and shit, and doing this donkey shit, and they knew they were wrong on this baiting shit, but they had to do it to cool these birds. That's part of the tug. And when they come in and say, Joe, you see how I go off and shit, and the witch and shit is going down and shit, because you don't want to be going there messing around at night, and unless it's legit, homie, and also seeing different dudes. Those are old laws and old karmas and shit still, even though it's reduced and they do have roads and they bring population. There's all these different adventures in life where guys are traveling in the back in the same. Some of them stay similar, some of the houses, and they're wild, man. And I knew they'd be down there. They went and for the guys that bite in before us and do this MV shit. Of course, they're gonna do the weird node shit and the zoo shit, and I'm already been doing that on the internet, so my name is out there. It's about a guy getting fame and shit, and it's not like that in the future. They put those number systems to record digital too, so part of that, they use that, the residue, they know how to do that in the future. They get popped out, so they disappear. Us as the predecessors, we're still in the Too Short adventure. I'm even mocking Too Short, and I knew they wouldn't know what the fuck is going on. That's another hey hi story, homie, and tugging along, and it's just like Ukraine get invaded, how long, you know, before that water started. You're looking at 100+ years offset. Lyris is in the hundreds, at 200 plus, 2,200 and plus or something, or even higher when Recluse is built, you know, by guys like me just in the bush. Just, we know she's out like a last too. Well, you keep very cool, especially you're going to need a lot of patience too, and they go to sleep at night, it's that MPK. So think when they don't have anything and they test me and I got everything up, you got my word, all those are by my motherfucking hand. You've seen the videos, you've seen countless videos, you've seen MOBs, that's their student, that Dame's another version, they could run the eyes and shit, we got the eyes and shit. Who knows what they're doing? I stay away from that because we smell jealousy for miles. It's like a gator and shit. And that's the thing, you know, dudes are not. So, you know, that's groundbreaking, doing the AI video and shit, and showing you shit, payments are coming through. So another third party victory. You know, I'm on my way to 3 and work. And Toms, that's crazy. Toms and shit. So you're going to learn, people don't understand that. A lot of people won't be able to keep up. And even the voice shit, we're going by hand. So we knew even the NPCs, that's high. Now we're high. See, it's propaganda. I don't have any problem. You know, in reality, I'm still pumping all the same musics. You know, I've been to the States a few times. It's like Montana is exactly like here. So they know my name. You're quiet, you're polite, you know. Once you start getting here, as you can say, some of it's true, you know, it's get the flair and get that bowl going. But all the brands here, you know, and all the guns, you know, all the classic cars, you know, is Canadian, and Americans are 10% of Canadians. So think of that. And they treat it like a sister. It's very slow though. 40 million people. They're lucky it's a turtle, you know.